Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Bird the Nerd with another comic book market report for you guys. This is the second to last week before Black Friday, before the end of November, and a bunch of other stuff. This is a really interesting video for this week. I went a little heavy on DC. I haven't looked at DC in a long time. I just got done watching The Penguin, and I saw some fairly okay keys, a little bit older stuff, go up quite a bit. Batman Alone Halloween has been going up pretty well as well. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. If you guys do enjoy these videos, please click that like button, subscribe, tell all of your friends. It really helps with the algorithm and encourages me to do more of these videos. We are still on hiatus for the live shows. We did end that a couple weeks ago, but I will still do these regular videos as we move forward. And yeah, just appreciate everyone's support. Without further ado, let's get into it. Again, I kind of went heavy on some like way more future kind of projects that the DC is going through, and just want to see what the market's showing right now. I've been kind of tailoring this for a long time. I don't have a huge amount of like, I guess, sell right now type of stuff. There's kind of a lull right now going into the holiday season, Christmas, and all that. But I was surprised at all of the down comics that I show up to. These are, some of them are pretty rare, some of them are pretty new, and just something to observe in the coming months here. First off, this is Psylocke #1, the 1 in 100 by Art Germ. This came out about a week ago, and it's a beautiful cover. I just don't know about Art Germ long term. I didn't mean to rhyme that, but I always thought his Lady Death cover was probably like his peak kind of value, and everything that if you're an Art Germ fan or like an artist, that's the one you should pick up. But Psylocke is intriguing to me just because I feel like she has a huge future in the live action. She's of Asian descent. She's female. She's always been kind of a badass, and her usage of a blade is pretty intense. But this one is $100. I don't think that's bad. It's ratio price. I personally wouldn't buy this cover. I'd probably wait till it dips. A lot of Art Germ variants come out really fast out of the gate, and they dip. I mean, just do a search on eBay, do a Art Germ 1 in 100, and they're all female too. And you typically are going to get it for under $100. But nonetheless, this came out last week, and I thought I'd talk about it. Next up, going old school, TMNT #4. This is the second print, I believe. This is, in my opinion, the best non-TMNT book ever. #1, that is. And 9.4 just sold for $202.50. Raws go for about $100, depending on the wear and tear on it. Obviously, this one is the cover of the video game. So for all you nostalgic nerds, this kind of hits home immediately when you see it. I never knew about the comic book itself. I wasn't really collecting comic books like this back then. But when I first saw this a few years ago, I was like, holy cow, this is a crazy situation going on. So anyway, 9.4 for $202. I mean, I would definitely pay that much for it. And this isn't really like a long-term hold for me. It's more of like I just would love to have this cover and have it on my wall. Next up, kind of going back into that 2010s kind of era, Uncanny X-Force #20, one of the best Uncanny or X-Men titles I've read in the past 10, 15 years. Uncanny X-Force. This is a great series. If you're looking for like, I don't say B-list characters, but like characters that are newer and have kind of a, Phantom X is in this group. I believe Wolverine, obviously Psylocke's in here. You had the introduction of Kid Apocalypse, which was really funny. And it's a great series. $300 for a raw copy from Singapore. Probably just go around. If I was really, trying to pay $300 for a raw, hoping for a 9.8, probably just go for the 681 and a 9.8. This kind of my theory on this one. It's it's Psylocke again. Uncanny X-Force wasn't totally like, I guess, how do you say this? I guess I wasn't really consumed that much. It wasn't like a huge print title. And when this book came out, comics were kind of on a lull as far as like print runs. Like there was newsstands here and there, what have you. But this is a great era to collect for the long term. And again, with X-Men coming up, I think Psylocke's the one to get. She's not really necessarily under the radar, but she's got a lot of things going for her. And I think it's a beloved character regardless. The new Psylocke series, I think Marvel's trying to get kind of like what the community thinks of Psylocke going forward. And I mean, I think it's only a matter of time when she hits the big screen. And I hope she does, definitely. So Uncanny X-Force #20, the 1 in 25 variant, I believe. Going to more, I guess, recent comic books here. Mark Spears, the cover A. Mark Spears Monsters, the cover A variant. This is a great homage to the hip hop variants, and I guess to oh my gosh, to oh my gosh, I can't even think of it. The album cover to NWA. There you go. I think this does really well just because it sets up for all the monsters on this cover. And if you haven't read this series, I think it's a really great pickup to read. Definitely go pick it up and read it. It's very fun, and I don't actually have it on my pull list, but I'll definitely get that. But yeah, anyway, $30 for this. I think this shit from Canada, I want to say. So maybe like 26, 22. But I think it's a fair price. I prefer the Wolverine Hulk homage. That one I thought was really cool, and I'm not selling that book. It doesn't really press very well, but it's a gorgeous cover. Mark Spears is the hot artist right now, in my opinion. Now, going back into DC, I thought about books that are on major lull, and you may have to wait 7 years for this to pick up. But Static 1, the platinum version, I think is the one to get. Well, 9.4 sold for $150. Buy it now. A 9.6 though, about a week later, sold for $120.50. I couldn't find any 9.8 sales of this book, but if you are specking on Static, and this is technically a second appearance, excuse me, I think you got to go for the 9.8 platinum, preferably. I remember when they were talking about Static going to the DCU or whatever you want to call it. This platinum went up for like $800. That was pandemic days, and that was pretty crazy. But $154 or $112.50 for a 9.6. I mean, that's pretty low. I had to do double take on that one when I was researching this. And sticking with the DC Static Shock era, Static Shock #1, Rebirth of the Cool. This book came about the same time, around the same time as the HBO series came out. $550 for a 9.8. In October, that was the last listing for a 9.8. This is not an easy 9.8. I sent a couple to CGC and got 9.4. Excuse me. And I wasn't really happy about it, but I currently have one listed on the Bay. I was just kind of decluttering my collection. I have a 9.8 already, and I just kind of want to see what the market thinks about this book. I set this at $1, $1, 7 days kind of thing. It's at 30 right now after the second day. So if you're looking for a 9.8 copy from yours truly, oh my goodness, it's on the Bay. I always start my books at $1 unless I really don't want to sell it for less than that. But $50 for a regular copy of this. This is a tough 9.8 too. So good luck out there. If you are looking for this, it's out there. And sticking with the DC kind of younger male movement, first appearance of Mr. Reyes, the Blue Beetle. And yeah, you read that right. $2.74. 2 auctions went by, and this was a $3 comic book in near mint. $91.42 for a 9.6, and actually came with another great book. I am shocked. I think Blue Beetle was a pretty fun movie, but what I liked about it was it set up the kind of future of the character going forward, with the OG Blue Beetle being like stuck in, I didn't read Blue Beetle, so I apologize, but I thought it was really cool. $274 for, this is less than cover. And I looked at the scopes or the pictures for this book. I mean, it was pretty clean, and this is not an easy 9.8, people. I remember paying $20 for a couple copies of this book. Selling or grading at 9.8, got $300 for each one. That was fun times, of course. But yeah, I'm just really shocked. I mean, this is on sale. If you're looking for it, I mean, what's $5, man, out of your pocket? Just don't drink a latte for the weekend, or half a latte, honestly, nowadays. And last but not least, kind of more speculation, Earth 2, #19, the first appearance of Val-Zod, the I guess you call Black Superman. 9.6 went for $60, which I think that's pretty high, actually. Everyone's getting pretty snobby on these 9.8s recently, especially with the 9.9s coming through, and people are picky about their high grades. I don't know if someone's going to get that 9.6, maybe send it off to whomever and try and get a 9.8, but 9.8s were going for $100. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I don't know if Black Superman will really move the needle for like the era itself or for the DC universe. I think it's an interesting idea. I just don't know if it'll work on the big screen and if it'll really take to, audiences in general, but I'm optimistic, or I'm not gonna hate on it. So we'll see. But for $100 for a 90, I think it's a little risky. I would prefer just trying to get a pretty nice copy for like $11 and trying to press and get a 98 and see what happens and hold. But again, the last four I displayed on this past episode, I mean, you're gonna have to hold on to these books for a long time. So that's it for the show today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Please click that like button, subscribe, tell all your friends about it, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully, Video Game Market Report soon. Thanks.